my name is Maxim Burov. I'm from Russian Trade Representation. You are watching Weekly Review on Capital TV.
Hi, welcome back to the Weekly Review with me, Nora. So, Lenovo Technology Sendirian Berhad, Lenovo Malaysia, targets to have a double-digit growth this year with its newly launched ThinkPad X1 Carbon Ultrabook. Its country general manager, Khoo Hung Chuan, said the company is optimistic of its new product as it focuses more on the enterprise and small and medium enterprises, S.M.Es customers. Weekly Review had an opportunity to have a chat with Khoo himself at its recent 20th anniversary event and talks more on Lenovo Malaysia. Let's have a look.
A little bit of introduction. 20 years of innovation. What is ThinkPad latest product?
Okay. Today, I would say this 20th anniversary is one of the key milestones that we have gone through for past 20 years. I think ThinkPad has been associated with the innovations, great designs, and today's actually on the 20th anniversary. We just want to showcase one of the products, the ThinkPad X1 Carbon that we're going to announce today. This is one of the lightest ultrabooks in the world. You can see it's around 1.36 kg.
It looks really flat, really slim.
Yes, it built with the, I would say, the fiber carbons. It's very light and thin. It's around, from the thinnest area is around 8 mm now. It's the thinnest ever ThinkPad built. Okay, and it comes with a lot of great features beside things like you actually can have the machine being charged within 35 minutes. You can get to 5 hours of the battery life today. And for this machine, you can see is built with the, I would say, the carbon fiber material durability, which is, I would say, they are as strong as aluminium, but they are only 1/3 of the weight of the aluminium today. You say I can actually hold the machines.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a 14-inch. It look like in the 13-inch form factors today.
Right. So the thing is, when is it launched again? The ThinkPad X1 Carbon. It is recently launched, right?
We're going to launch today actually.
I see. So when how many units you expect to sell?
We foresee we're going to have a lot of, I would say, interest from especially the enterprise customer, because they always look for something that are thin and light and sexy, and something that can offer them in terms of the security feature and the manageability features that they're looking for in the enterprise, say, notebook category today.
I see. So you're looking at companies which are going to order ThinkPad X1 Carbon then?
Yes.
Or the orders?
Yep.
I see. So this ThinkPad X1 Carbon, I mean, what other product can we compare it with? Maybe, with Apple, MacBook Pro or something like that. What are the unique features of ThinkPad?
I would say you can see this is one of the first ultrabooks. We come with the, I would say, V-Pro features. That means it targeted at the enterprise customer who looking at the manageability features and the security features that they have. Today, a lot of the ultrabooks today is very much consumer models. This is one of the first you can see in the market that offer the enterprise customer full solutions that can fit into the environment. That means today the CIO, when they deploy a machine, they need it to be managed and to offer the security features. It come with the fingerprint readers, it come with the even this model they come with the Windows Enhanced Experience version 3. You can give customer a good experience in terms of boot up time, all these things, improve in terms of performance. Okay.
I think it's enough. We talk about X1 and Carbon right now. Let's talk more on Lenovo. Getting to say, your market share is slowly growing, and also you're doing good in China. Almost like what, surpass 11%. And your Lenovo's market share in China also like what, the second largest after maybe Hewlett-Packard or something like that, right?
We are the largest in China actually. Okay. For Lenovo, actually, we are growing very fast, and as per last quarter, we're closing on the Q1, we're actually holding a worldwide market share of 15%. Actually, we are actually quite close to the number one competitor now. We are around like 0.7%, just behind them in last quarter performance. And we are growing very fast. I think last quarter have been a very challenging markets. And we are growing and profitably in those markets today. Okay.
So how about Malaysia? I mean, what are the target markets that you're currently looking at? You know, companies or teenagers or maybe young kids?
Actually, for Lenovo today, we actually have a product range that offer across the board to the customer. Can come from consumer up to the enterprise. For Lenovo itself, we got a range of product. We address the consumer home user, the S.M.E customer, and the enterprise customer. Actually, we got a full suite of product end to end.
So what is your market share in Malaysia?
In terms of the market share, actually you can refer to the IDC, the latest report. You can actually get the data from there. We are growing in terms of market share, not just in, I would say, the enterprise, even in the consumer segment
so
today.
So with this X1, ThinkPad X1 Carbon, how much do you think that it will contribute to the overall performance of Lenovo in Malaysia?
For the X1, I would say it's a hello product. I would expect it to going to contribute, I would say, to attract a lot of enterprise users who are looking at something that very thin and light. When we offer the manageability and the security features they're looking at today, they couldn't find in other machines.
So are we looking at a double-digit growth with this ThinkPad X1 Carbon launch?
We wouldn't, at the moment we see there's a positive growth on this particular with the new launch of the product itself, because it's really one of the, I would say, something distinguishes from the rest of the competitors.
So what are other segments of the brands of Lenovo that are currently in demand, for consumers?
Actually, we are doing pretty well across the segment today. Yeah, the demand for across the segment, we are growing in our market share, not just in, I would say, enterprise, actually even in S.M.E and in consumer space today.
So I think your greatest competitor is tablets PC, right? So Lenovo is heading towards tablet PC also?
We do have our offering in terms of tablet PCs. Because today's we're looking at the market today is like there's a primary device and a secondary device, you see. Because PC, if you're going to doing the productivity job today, a lot of customers still going back to PC. I would say like tablet, smartphone, all these things is very much sort of like a secondary device today.
Right. So do you think that Lenovo, heading towards Malaysia, what are the, maybe you want to do like a joint venture in companies like Malaysia? Maybe joint venture companies, with other companies. You are doing a joint venture with a company you have here in China. So how about Malaysia? Lenovo is heading towards
today, currently we don't have any plan in Malaysia, especially.
So, do you have any projects in the pipeline that you are currently doing?
In terms of projects?
In terms of project, maybe another joint venture collaboration or in terms of products?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yep.
So do you think that, heading towards a couple of years, in the next 5 years maybe, do you think that Lenovo can surpass the market share that Hewlett-Packard does in recent years?
I really wouldn't comment on whether we can surpass. Based on the current, I would say the momentum we are having, we are pretty positive about the market share growth, because we have been growing. I think the past 11 quarters, the fastest growing top 4 brands in the market worldwide now. We are growing very fast. We are really positive about it.
Okay, so let us take a step back and talk about the anniversary, 20 years of anniversary of Lenovo. So can you talk more on that?
Definitely. You see, when the first ThinkPad was designed was in 1992, and today is across the lifespan of 20 years, we have gone through it. In the innovation, you can see a lot of innovation. I would say innovation built into the ThinkPad itself, and it can start off with the box itself. Previously, the design of the notebooks basically started off using the bento box as the design, because there's a lot.
The box type.
Yes, when they first designed the notebook, they use that as there's a lot of innovation we put in, like the security feature, the active protection features, basically to protect data. Then even we built in with the machine with the spill-resistant keyboard. All these things have been built in basically to improve the reliability. Because for the ThinkPad itself, is very much there today. They're actually durable and reliable. How do we achieve that? Actually, we actually meet the military spec of the that we went through. Like we put in a lot. Like today, it can actually withstand a lot of, I would say, extreme environment.
Extreme conditions, environmental weather.
Correct. Because look, for ThinkPad itself, a lot of customers ask me, what's the first thing you talk about? One thing I can talk about is the reliability. How do we deliver that to customer? It's very much got to do the innovation. Like one thing I'm going to talk about is like the APS, Active Protection System. It's something that we built in previously. Basically a motion sensor built in basically when the notebook actually drop, you actually detect the hard drive. The hard drive will detect the immediate stop it from reading basically to protect the user data.
Wow,
that's actually built in.
Extremely good feature.
Correct.
So this is only available in ThinkPad X1
Yeah,
Carbon.
no, actually we have it on previous product. We further enhance it. You can see across the board. Now all the ThinkPad product have it. Okay, and you can see for ThinkPad it comes with the fingerprint sensor. What does it do? Basically, user actually can strike the fingerprint sensor and power on the machine. They don't actually need to remember their password or this thing. This one basically to improve the security on the data, on the password control, all this thing, give user more, I would say, easier to manage and more security into their machine itself. If they lost the machine, nobody can get access to their hardware itself.
I see. So what is the price range for ThinkPad X1 Carbon?
X1 Carbon today we're going to offer a starting off price with the 5399 for the i5 models.
Very good features. I mean, for a price like that, you can get extra security features.
Yeah, correct.
The safety or durability for.
Correct. And one more thing, this one I want to mention for all our machine is come with the Windows Enhanced Experience feature. This is something that we work quite closely with Microsoft. Basically, all the machine preload with the OS actually been fine-tuned. It can perform better. Actually, we work together just to fine-tune, make sure it perform better. That's why when customer can have a faster boot up time, all these things. Okay, you see the X1, you can hold it all the way this way.
It's 180.
Correct. You see the hinge normally is built on the metal stainless steel hinge. This is basically normally how user it. A lot of the innovation for ThinkPad itself, we have built it for 20 years. We know where's the area that we make sure. A lot of the hinge here is metal because these are moving items. Basically, when user close and open every day, what does it mean? Long term is plastic, you'll crack. Because it hardened, it get cracked. All these things. Basically, in metal, it doesn't crack. It's basically to strengthen it. Like for easily, I can hold this way. It's not a concern.
Very durable.
It's very durable and ruggedized.
I see. Okay, let's talk about more on the economic side. I mean, European debt crisis and the sovereign debt crisis. I mean, do you think that your sales, across the board or the worldwide sales across the world, will be affected because of the Euro debt crisis?
We are still watching the current situations because we still manage it, and it definitely going to affect to a certain extent. We will see how the market look like. But as far as things concerned, Lenovo have been, even for last quarter, we have outgrown the market. When the market is like slowing down in terms of growth, we are still growing very fast.
I see. So it will not really be majorly affected by the crisis.
We will monitor the situation from time to time.
So in terms of marketing strategy, Lenovo is actually a very good brand to begin with. So, but people right now are looking at MacBook Pro, all the Apple, all the branding, things like that. How can Lenovo move forward and reach out to these consumers, that are brand conscious?
Okay, for Lenovo itself, it's like for ThinkPads is always associated with quality and reliability for those customers. I should have a concern because for Lenovo itself, it's like we are building our brandings because previously a lot of people are not familiar with Lenovo, I would say.
Right.
But I can see for the past 2 years, the Lenovo branding have been much more recognized, and it built on the quality platform. I foresee customer long term is we have the product basically to address the high-end customer, like ThinkPad X1 basically to address those customers who are looking at something really thin and light. And one more thing is something very reliable. ThinkPad has been famous for that for the past 20 years. We've been addressing those customers who actually look for something very durable, very high qualities.
Despite its thin design, the X1 Carbon delivers a rich user experience with the backlit keyboard that maintains the legendary ThinkPad reputation as the industry's best for comfort and accuracy. The X1 Carbon also includes a multi-gesture surface touchpad, HD face tracking camera, dual array microphones, and Dolby audio for crisp and clear sound. Equipped with the optional 3G mobile broadband and hotspot technology, users can stay connected virtually anywhere, anytime. With the retail price starting from 5,399 ringgit, the X1 Carbon Ultrabook is powered by the third generation Intel Core processors, which delivers industry-leading CPU performance with reduced power consumption and multiple enhancements that improve connectivity, responsiveness, and security. Wow, that was interesting indeed. Next on our segment for today is the book review segment. Well, then, so get your favorite beverage ready, sit back and relax as we browse through the books for your interest to read. So, take it away, Charlene.
Hi there, I am Charlene Pang. It's yet another week for another round of review. Today we will be reviewing on another of renowned business coaches Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth Mastery. The E-Myth Mastery, according to Brian Tracy, author of Getting Rich Your Own Way, is a fast-moving, practical book that gives you the essential keys to think and act entrepreneurially for your career. The best-selling author of phenomenally successful and continually vital, The E-Myth Revisited presents the next big step in entrepreneurial management and leadership with E-Myth Mastery. A practical real-world program that is implemented real-time into your business. Gerber begins by engaging the reader in understanding why the entrepreneur is so critical to the success of any enterprise, no matter how small or large it may be, and why the mindset of an entrepreneur is so integral to the operating reality of the organization of the small business and the enterprise. He then covers 7 essential skills: leadership, marketing, money, management, lead conversion, lead generation, and client fulfillment. Each of these 7 skills is presented through a specific training module with corresponding tests and exercises that explain the content and principles to be learned, provide case studies and examples, as well as worksheets for applying those ideas to the business. Gerber ties it all together by helping readers put the pieces together in an E-Myth business, an E-Myth practice, and an E-Myth enterprise. This is the book that will show you the difference between being an entrepreneur versus doing a job, how to get money when the bank won't give it to you, how to expand your customer base when big business moves in down the street, how to develop the best people when you can't afford to pay them competitive wages, how to increase the predictability of your business is able to promise, and then how to keep that promise every single time, no matter where you are or what you are doing. And the next book, The Dragon's Den, Start Your Own Business by Russ Slater, is a very entertaining book that's coupled with visuals for your reading pleasure. The Dragon's Den shows you how to develop a business plan to suit your lifestyle aims. We'll take a look. You have probably heard about Dragon's Den by now. The hit BBC TV series allows budding entrepreneurs to present and pitch ideas to a set of 5 dragons, investors with spare cash looking for the next best thing. The book Dragon's Den, Start Your Own Business, launches into a market where there are many suitable qualified people trying to advise on how to start a business from scratch. This is different in that, although it's not an official TV tie-in, all of the familiar faces are there, and that there are a significant number of practical case studies that are used to highlight how the process works. There are 3 books in the Dragon's Den range of books, and this meets the standard of being easy to read and providing connections into the world of the dragon. In Start Your Own Business, there is the usual guidance on business structures, financial and legal advice, along with advice on who also need to be supported when someone tries to start a business. Hint is that it's your family who will have to live with the ups and the downs, and will also have to cope without you whilst you build the business up into the mega success that it will eventually become. That said, the real gems inside this book are the 22 case studies from the TV show, which show that even something that starts off as a wacky idea can become the very thing that either fills a gap in the market or does something better than an existing market can do. I found this book to be a breath of fresh air in a marketplace crowded with books on business. It won't necessarily ensure that your business is a winner, but with a price of 19 ringgit and 90 cents at Book Access Bookstore in PJ, what it will do is make you think harder about the things that you need to do to make it a winner.
So from Singapore banks to investing in Russia and packing your bags with gadgets from Lenovo, that's about all the time that we have here at the Weekly Review. So please do provide some feedbacks on this program via our email weeklyreviewcapital@gmail.com, all in small letters. You can see it down there, weeklyreviewcapital@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is up and running, so you can reach us there at facebook.com/theweeklyreviewcapital. So better still, if you can even hashtag us at weeklyreviewcapital.com on Twitter. So, come on, send in your feedbacks to make this show more lively and interesting, because we want to see, or we want to show you what you want to see and hear. I'm Siti Nurhapsah Juswa. Thank you for watching.